Do you want to completely change your mindset and take control of your day before it even starts? Well, it all begins with what you say to yourself every morning. Most people don't realize it, but those first few moments when you wake up can shape your entire life. So, here are 6 powerful lines to say to yourself every single morning, because the way you start your day matters more than you think. Think about this. How often do you wake up and immediately let the chaos of the world invade your mind? Social media, emails, or maybe just a flood of negative thoughts. That's a recipe for stress and frustration before you've even had breakfast. But what if there was a way to rewire your brain, to anchor yourself in strength and clarity before the world even gets a chance to throw you off balance? These 6 lines could be your game changer. Say them every morning and you'll notice a shift. Your confidence will grow, your focus will sharpen, and your days will start to feel more purposeful. The truth is, most people don't start their mornings with intention. They wake up reactive. Maybe they're running late, scrolling through their phone, or already dreading the day ahead. Sound familiar? The problem with this approach is that it puts you in a state of stress before the day even begins. It's like stepping onto a battlefield without armor. Here's the thing. The way you start your morning sets the tone for everything that follows. If your mind is scattered, negative, or unfocused in those early moments, it's likely that the rest of your day will mirror that. You will be more prone to frustration, distractions, and anxiety. On the flip side, if you ground yourself in positive, purposeful thoughts, you'll feel calmer, more resilient, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. The good news? You don't need an hour-long morning routine or complicated rituals to get this right. It all starts with 6 simple lines you say to yourself. They're short, they're powerful, and they'll help you take control of your mindset no matter what's happening around you. Line 1, I am in charge of my day. Let me ask you something. How often do you wake up and feel like the day is already in control of you? Maybe you've got a packed schedule, some tough conversations ahead, or just that nagging feeling of being overwhelmed before you've even had your coffee. It's a common experience. But here's the truth. You are not at the mercy of your circumstances. You are in charge of your day. This might seem like a simple statement, but let's really think about what it means. When you say, I am in charge of my day, you're claiming ownership over how your day unfolds. Not in a way that pretends you can control every little thing, because let's be honest, life is unpredictable, but in a way that reminds you of your power over how you respond to whatever comes your way. And that's where real strength lies. Most people go through life as passengers. They let circumstances dictate their mood, their actions, and ultimately their results. If the weather's bad, they're in a bad mood. If someone's rude to them, they carry that frustration for hours. But imagine if you flipped that mindset. Imagine starting your day with the declaration that no matter what happens, you are the one steering the wheel. That's what this line does. It puts you in the driver's seat. Let me give you an example. Picture 2 people waking up on the same Monday morning. One of them immediately dreads the day ahead. They hit snooze a few times, scroll through their phone, and let their mind fill with thoughts like, this is going to be a long day, or I can't wait until this week is over. The other person wakes up and says to themselves, I am in charge of my day. Even if they're facing the same challenges as the first person, their mindset is different. They've decided that no matter what happens, they're going to approach the day with purpose, with intention, and with confidence. Which of these 2 people do you think is going to have a better day? The one who's reactive and passive, or the one who's proactive and empowered? The answer is obvious, and it all starts with a choice to take control of your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. Now let's talk about why this mindset is so powerful. When you say, I am in charge of my day, you're doing more than just reciting a phrase. You're setting the tone for how you'll navigate the next 24 hours. You're reminding yourself that while you can't control everything that happens, you can control your perspective. And that perspective is what determines whether you see obstacles as roadblocks or as opportunities to grow. Think of it like this. Life will always throw challenges your way. Some days it might be a difficult conversation at work. Other days it might be something as simple as traffic that makes you late. But the challenge itself isn't what defines your day, it's your response to it. When you remind yourself that you're in charge, you approach those challenges with a mindset of problem solving instead of defeat. You start to ask yourself questions like, what can I learn from this, or how can I turn this situation around? And those are the kinds of questions that lead to growth. Another thing to consider is how this mindset impacts the people around you. When you take charge of your day, you're not just helping yourself, you're setting an example for others. Think about your coworkers, your family, your friends. When they see you approaching life with a sense of control and purpose, it inspires them to do the same. It creates a ripple effect. And before you know it, your decision to take charge of your day is influencing not just your life, but the lives of those around you. So how do you make this mindset a habit? The key is repetition. Every morning, as soon as you wake up, take a moment to say these words. I am in charge of my day. Say it out loud if you can, because there's power in hearing your own voice. Let it sink in. Don't just say the words, believe them. Visualize yourself taking charge. Picture yourself facing whatever challenges might come your way with confidence and clarity. The more you do this, the more it becomes a natural part of your thought process. And here's the best part. Let me leave you with one last thought. Life is full of uncertainties, and there will always be things you can't control. But the one thing you can control every single day is how you show up. And when you show up with the mindset that you are in charge of your day, you give yourself the best possible chance to make it a good one. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't let the day take control of you. Take control of it. Say to yourself, I am in charge of my day, and watch how it transforms not just your morning, but your entire life. Line 2, I am grateful for this moment. Let's take a moment to reflect on something we often overlook, the power of gratitude. In a world that constantly pushes us to focus on what's next, what's missing, or what's wrong, how often do we stop and appreciate what we already have? Gratitude is a simple concept, but it's one of the most transformative habits you can cultivate. And that's why starting your day with the line, I am grateful for this moment, is so powerful. Why this moment? Because this moment is all we truly have. The past is gone, the future isn't here yet, but this moment, right here, right now, is where life happens. When you remind yourself to be grateful for this moment, you're grounding yourself in the present. You're pulling your focus away from regrets about the past or worries about the future and directing it toward the here and now. Let's think about what it means to be grateful. It doesn't mean you have to ignore the challenges in your life or pretend everything is perfect. Gratitude isn't about denial. It's about perspective. It's about choosing to focus on the good, even when things are tough. For example, you might be facing a stressful situation at work, but you can still be grateful for the opportunity to learn and grow. Or maybe you're dealing with personal challenges, but you can still find gratitude in the small things, like a kind word from a friend, or the beauty of a sunrise. Here's an important thing to understand about gratitude. It's a practice. It's not something that comes naturally to most people, especially in difficult times. But the more you practice it, the easier it becomes. And starting your day with the line, I am grateful for this moment, is one of the simplest and most effective ways to build that habit. Think about how different your day would feel if you started it with gratitude instead of stress. Instead of waking up and immediately thinking about all the things you have to do, the things that went wrong yesterday, or the uncertainties ahead, you take a moment to appreciate what you already have. It could be something as simple as the fact that you woke up, the fact that you're alive, breathing, and capable of facing a new day, the fact that you're alive. That's something worth celebrating. Gratitude has a way of shifting your entire mindset. It helps you focus on abundance instead of lack, on possibilities instead of problems. And when you approach your day with that mindset, everything changes. You become more resilient, more optimistic, and more open to the good things that come your way. Let me give you a practical example. Imagine you're stuck in traffic on your way to work. It's frustrating, right? But instead of letting that frustration take over, you remind yourself, I am grateful for this moment. Maybe you're grateful for the chance to listen to your favorite podcast, to call a loved one, or simply to have a moment of stillness before the busyness of the day. It's a small shift, but it can completely change how you feel. And here's the science behind it. Studies have shown that gratitude has a profound impact on your mental and physical health. It reduces stress, improves your mood, and even boosts your immune system. When you make gratitude a daily habit, you're not just improving your mindset, you're improving your overall well-being. So how do you make this a part of your morning routine? Start simple. As soon as you wake up, before you even get out of bed, say to yourself, I am grateful for this moment. Then take a moment to reflect on what you're grateful for. It could be the comfort of your bed, the fact that you have a roof over your head, or the people in your life who support you. The more specific you are, the more powerful it becomes. Over time, you'll notice that this habit starts to spill over into the rest of your day. You'll find yourself looking for things to be grateful for in every situation. And that's when the real transformation happens. Gratitude becomes not just something you practice in the morning, but a mindset you carry with you wherever you go. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, try it. Take a deep breath, say the words, I am grateful for this moment, and let it set the tone for your day. Because no matter what challenges you're facing, there's always something to be grateful for. And when you start your day with gratitude, you open the door to more joy, more peace, and more abundance in your life. Line 3, I am capable of handling whatever comes my way. Let me ask you something. How often do you doubt yourself? Maybe it's when life throws a curveball, a situation you didn't see coming. Maybe it's a tough decision, a financial challenge, or an unexpected loss. When those moments come, do you instinctively tell yourself, I can't do this? Or do you take a deep breath and say, I am capable of handling whatever comes my way? The truth is, life will never be free of challenges. If you're waiting for the perfect moment where everything is smooth and easy, you'll be waiting forever. The question isn't whether challenges will appear. The question is whether you believe you can face them. And let me tell you, you can. Think about it. Look back on your life and remember all the hard things you've already overcome. Maybe it was something small like navigating a stressful week at work, or maybe it was something life-altering like losing someone you love. In those moments, you probably doubted yourself. You probably thought, I can't get through this. But you did. You're here right now because you're stronger than you think. And saying, I am capable of handling whatever comes my way is a way to remind yourself of that strength. Let's break this down. What does it mean to be capable? It doesn't mean you have to be perfect or have all the answers. Being capable means you have the tools within you to face whatever life puts in front of you. It means you're resourceful. It means you're resilient. And it means you're willing to adapt and learn when the situation requires it. Life is unpredictable. There are going to be days when you wake up and everything feels like it's falling apart. Maybe it's a project at work that's not going as planned. Maybe it's a relationship that feels strained. Or maybe it's just one of those days where nothing seems to go right. In those moments, you have two choices. You can let the weight of the challenge overwhelm you, or you can stand tall and say, I am capable of handling whatever comes my way. Here's the thing, the challenges themselves don't define you. What defines you is how you respond to them. When you face a problem, you can either crumble under its weight or use it as an opportunity to grow. And let me tell you, every challenge, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to learn something new, to build your resilience, and to prove to yourself just how strong you really are. Let me share a simple analogy. Imagine you're at the gym lifting weights. The first time you try to lift something heavy, it feels impossible. Your muscles ache, and you might even feel like giving up. But over time, as you keep practicing and pushing yourself, something amazing happens. The weight that once felt impossible becomes manageable, and then it becomes easy. And that's how life works. Every challenge you face is like a weight. At first, it might feel unbearable. But every time you face it and push through, you grow stronger. And over time, what once felt impossible becomes part of your strength. Another key to this mindset is trust. Trust in yourself. Trust that you're capable, even when things feel uncertain. You might not always have the perfect plan, and you might not always know exactly what to do. That's okay. Being capable doesn't mean you have to know everything. It means you trust yourself to figure it out as you go. And you've done it before. Think about all the times you faced something that felt insurmountable only to come out stronger on the other side. That's your track record. That's proof that you can handle whatever comes your way. So how do you make this belief a part of your everyday life? Start by saying the words, I am capable of handling whatever comes my way every morning. Say it with conviction. Say it like you mean it. And when challenges come up during the day, remind yourself of this line. Repeat it in your mind or even out loud if you need to. Let it be your anchor. And remember, being capable doesn't mean you have to face everything alone. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to lean on others when you need support. Being capable means knowing when to stand on your own and when to reach out. It's about using every resource available to you, your skills, your experience, your community, to navigate life's challenges. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, take a moment to say, I am capable of handling whatever comes my way. Let it sink in. Let it remind you of your strength, your resilience, and your ability to overcome. Because no matter what life throws at you, you've got what it takes to handle it. Line 4. Today, I will focus on what matters. Let's be honest. Modern life is full of distractions. There are notifications constantly pinging on your phone, emails piling up in your inbox, and endless to-do lists that never seem to get shorter. On top of that, there are the opinions of others, the pressure to keep up with societal expectations, and the noise of the world around you. It's easy to get pulled in 100 different directions. And before you know it, the things that truly matter, the things that bring you joy, fulfillment, and purpose, get pushed to the side. That's why starting your day with the line, today I will focus on what matters, is so important. It's a reminder to cut through the noise and prioritize what's truly important. It's about clarity, it's about intention, and it's about reclaiming your time and energy. Let's break this down. What does it mean to focus on what matters? First, it means identifying what truly matters to you. This isn't about what society says should matter or what other people think is important. It's about getting clear on your own values, goals, and priorities. Maybe it's your health, maybe it's your family, maybe it's a personal goal you've been working toward. Whatever it is, focusing on what matters means giving those things your time, energy, and attention. Here's the thing, not everything deserves your attention. We live in a world where it's easy to feel like we have to do everything and please everyone. But the truth is, you can't pour your energy into everything and expect to make progress. If you try to do too much, you end up doing nothing well. That's why focus is so important. When you focus on what matters, you're giving yourself permission to let go of the things that don't serve you. Think of your time and energy like a bank account. Every day you start with a limited amount of currency. You can choose to spend it on things that bring you closer to your goals, or you can waste it on things that don't matter. The choice is yours. But when you spend your energy wisely on the things that truly matter, you'll find that you feel more fulfilled, more productive, and more at peace. Let me give you a practical example. Imagine you have a big project at work that's important to your long-term goals, but instead of focusing on it, you spend hours scrolling through social media, responding to unimportant emails, or worrying about things that are out of your control. By the end of the day, you've made little progress on the project and you feel drained. Now imagine a different scenario. You start your day by saying, today I will focus on what matters. You identify your top priorities, eliminate distractions, and dedicate your energy to the things that truly matter. By the end of the day, you've made meaningful progress and you feel accomplished. The difference is focus. So how do you put this into practice? Start by taking a few moments each morning to reflect on what matters most to you. Write it down if you need to. Then, throughout the day, use this line as a guide. When a distraction pops up, ask yourself, does this really matter? If the answer is no, let it go. If the answer is yes, give it your full attention. And remember, focusing on what matters isn't just about being productive. It's also about finding joy and meaning in your day. It's about spending time with the people you love, taking care of your well-being, and doing the things that light you up. Because at the end of the day, those are the things that truly matter. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, say to yourself, today I will focus on what matters. Let it be your compass. Let it guide your decisions and your actions. And watch how it transforms not just your day, but your entire life. Line 5, I choose to be kind to myself and others. Let's take a moment and think about this. How often are we truly kind to ourselves and to those around us? In the rush of daily life, it's easy to forget the power of kindness. But here's the truth. Choosing kindness is one of the most impactful decisions you can make every single day. It's a decision that doesn't just affect you, but everyone you come into contact with. It's the ripple effect that starts small but creates waves of change. Now let's break this down. First, let's talk about kindness to yourself. Why is this so important? Well, think about the way you talk to yourself in your head. If you're like most people, you're probably your own harshest critic. When you make a mistake, what's the first thing you do? Do you tell yourself, it's okay, I'm human? Or do you beat yourself up with thoughts like, I can't believe I messed that up again, or I'm not good enough? That kind of self-talk, whether we realize it or not, sets the tone for our entire day. Here's the thing, nobody's perfect. We all stumble, we all have flaws, and we all make mistakes. That's part of being human. So why is it that we're so quick to offer understanding and compassion to others, but so reluctant to offer it to ourselves? The truth is, kindness to yourself isn't just about feeling good. It's about creating the mental and emotional space to grow. When you're kind to yourself, you free yourself from the weight of guilt and self-doubt. You give yourself permission to learn from your mistakes and move forward. Start small. Instead of criticizing yourself for every little misstep, try speaking to yourself the way you'd speak to a friend who's struggling. If your best friend came to you and said, I really messed up today, you wouldn't say, yeah, you're a failure. You'd say, it's okay, we all make mistakes. You'll do better next time. Why not give yourself the same grace? Now let's talk about kindness to others. This is where the ripple effect really comes into play. Have you ever noticed how one kind act can change the entire energy of a day? Think about it. A simple smile, a compliment, or a small gesture of generosity can brighten someone's mood. And in turn, they might pass that kindness on to someone else. It's a chain reaction that starts with you. But why is kindness so powerful? It's because kindness connects us. In a world that often feels divided, kindness reminds us of our shared humanity. It breaks down barriers and fosters understanding. It's a way of saying, I see you, you matter. And here's the best part. Kindness doesn't have to be grand or expensive. It can be as simple as holding the door open for someone, listening without interrupting, or sending a quick message to let someone know you're thinking of them. It's not about what you do, it's about the intention behind it. But let's be real. Being kind, especially in tough situations, isn't always easy. Maybe someone cuts you off in traffic, or a coworker's being difficult, or someone snaps at you for no reason. In those moments, your first instinct might be to react with frustration or anger. But here's where kindness becomes a choice. Instead of reacting emotionally, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what's the kindest way to handle this? Sometimes that might mean extending understanding. Other times it might simply mean choosing not to escalate the situation. And let's not forget, kindness isn't about being a pushover. It's not about letting people walk all over you or ignoring your own needs. True kindness is balanced. It's about standing your ground when needed, but doing so with grace and respect. The beautiful thing about kindness is that it doesn't just benefit others, it benefits you too. Studies have shown that acts of kindness release feel-good hormones like oxytocin, which can boost your mood and even lower stress levels. So when you choose kindness, you're not just making the world a better place, you're also taking care of yourself. When you wake up each morning and say, "I choose to be kind to myself and others," you're setting the tone for your entire day. You're reminding yourself to approach the day with compassion, patience, and understanding. And when you do, you'll notice that life feels a little lighter, a little brighter, and a lot more meaningful. Line 6, I will end this day stronger than I started. What does it mean to end the day stronger than you started? Now think about it for a moment. Strength isn't just about physical power or even mental toughness. It's about growth. It's about learning, improving, and becoming a better version of yourself, no matter how small the progress may seem. Every day is an opportunity to grow. But here's the thing, growth doesn't just happen automatically. It's something you have to commit to. And that's where this line comes in. When you wake up and say, "I will end this day stronger than I started," you're planting a seed of intention. You're setting a goal to make progress, to learn something new, or to overcome a challenge. And by the end of the day, no matter what happens, you can look back and say, "I've grown, I'm stronger." Let's talk about growth for a moment. Growth doesn't always look the way you think it will. Sometimes it's big and noticeable, like achieving a major milestone or having a breakthrough moment. But more often, growth is quiet and subtle. It's the small, consistent steps you take every day. It's the way you handle a difficult situation with grace. It's the way you choose to keep going even when it's hard. Think about the challenges you might face in a single day. Maybe it's a tough conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe it's a task that feels overwhelming. Or maybe it's simply the act of getting out of bed and showing up when you'd rather stay under the covers. Whatever it is, every challenge is an opportunity to grow. And every time you face a challenge, you're building your strength. Here's an important point to remember. Strength isn't about never falling down. It's about getting back up. It's about resilience. It's about saying, "Today didn't go as planned, but I'm going to learn from it and keep moving forward." That's what makes you stronger. So how do you make sure you end each day stronger than you started? Start by setting small, achievable goals for yourself each morning. These don't have to be big or dramatic. In fact, it's often the small, consistent actions that lead to the biggest growth over time. Maybe your goal is to be more patient with your kids. Maybe it's to finish a project at work. Or maybe it's simply to take better care of yourself by eating healthy or going for a walk. Whatever it is, focus on making progress, not perfection. Another key to ending the day stronger is reflection. At the end of the day, take a few moments to look back and ask yourself, what did I learn today? What did I accomplish? How did I grow? Even on the hardest days, there's always something to be grateful for or a lesson to take away. And remember, growth isn't just about doing, it's also about being. It's about being present, being kind, and being true to yourself. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is simply take a step back, breathe, and give yourself permission to rest and recharge. When you wake up each morning and declare, "I will end this day stronger than I started," you're making a powerful promise to yourself. You're committing to growth, to resilience, and to becoming the best version of yourself. And by the time you lay your head on the pillow at night, you'll know that you've taken one more step forward. Because no matter what the day brings, you've chosen to show up, to learn, and to grow. And that's what true strength is all about. Here's the beauty of these 6 lines. They don't just set the tone for your day, they set the tone for your life. By repeating them every morning, you're not just saying words. You're reprogramming your mindset. You're building habits of gratitude, resilience, focus, and kindness. And over time, those habits will transform the way you approach everything, from your relationships to your career to your personal growth. Think about it. If you start every day reminding yourself of your power, your gratitude, and your ability to grow, how much stronger, calmer, and more purposeful would your life become? So the next time you wake up, don't reach for your phone or let negative thoughts take over. Instead, take a moment to say these 6 lines. They're simple, but they're powerful. They'll help you take charge of your day, your mindset, and ultimately, your life. Remember, change doesn't happen all at once. It happens in small, intentional moments. And this is where it starts.